Hello, this is the Morning Gardener. Look at this right here. See all this lawn here? It was filled with, just like over here. It looked like this. And it had all these dandelions in it. Now, what happens when you have dandelions and you have fruit trees and you have blueberry bushes and you have a number of other plants that produce fruit? What happens is they'll eat that as opposed to eating excuse me, they will eat the pollen from that instead of going to your trees where you have apples ready to be born into the world. So they'll eat that. So what you want to do is you want to eliminate as much as possible of the competition. So all this right here was just rows and aisles and everything of dandelions. And then cut all that back. See the bird up there working it? Well, I don't know if you can see him. He's digging for worms. Because when you go over that ground with that lawnmower. But this is the garden area. And people might say, well, wait a minute, there's grass and weeds and everything growing up here. Yes, there is. I work with nature. I don't try to change it. So I cut everything down. So all of the fresh cuttings are going to fertilize the ground even further. Now the bees and all will go towards the trees as opposed to going towards the the areas where I don't want them. Up here, I'm starting my. This is not near being done. This is gonna be my soil mix. I'll mix it on the ground. It's all peat moss underneath, vermiculite, and also perlite. Then we have over here, you might look and say, wait a minute, what is this? This is compost, and it's going to do great once I get it all cleaned up and put it in. This right here is my new compost pile, which I told you about that earlier. Now, the only reason why I did this, I had a gentleman comment. I don't make compost piles for the most part. I stopped last year, 2 years ago. And all this is I'm just trying to break down this wood that's underneath of it. It's about 90 to 100 pounds of wood underneath. And all I'm trying to do is lay the compost on top. Bada boom, bada bang, break it down. That's more compost for me. Okay. Here, this is wonderful. And it's going to be a lot more than this. It's going to be a huge pile when I'm all said and done. I'm only starting, but it's too hot out here, so I'm going in the house. This is the Morning Gardener Show.